Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping off just an unfamiliar coordinate. Topped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trillion. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side, born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Game recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound, got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron, better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it, trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life, don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing, you do best not to test it. Yeah, you right, real all in my blood supply. Nigga ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-sign and no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. If I say it twice, then I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. No co-sign and no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, Looking for the funds, run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chase. Looking for the funds, run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chase. Looking for the funds, run for it, run for it, run. I might take paper chase. Looking for the funds.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right, so shout out to everybody who is in the building early. It's good to see each and every one of you. If you can hear me okay and everything looks and sounds good on the screen, please give me a thumbs up or a radiation emoji in the chat. If you cannot hear me or things are looking kind of weird, sounding kind of weird, please give me a thumbs down or an angry face. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to shout out everybody who is in the building early. All right, shout out to everybody that's in the building early. Shout out to my man Carlton Way. What's good with it, Carlton? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen, mod extraordinaire. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love and do exactly like she is saying. Make sure that you guys hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. Tap that notification bell twice. Join the membership for exclusive content and connect with us on the Discord by hitting the link. Spoken like a true professional. Shout out to you, Brooklyn Queen. Definitely appreciate you. Shout out to my man, Black Free Thinker. What's good with you, bro? Shout out to my man, Cameron Jones in the building. All right, what's good with it? So, experts are revealing the new figures on incomprehensible amounts of money being moved into crypto. Now, let me ask you guys this question. If incomprehensible amounts of money are being moved into crypto, we got to ask all of these questions. The first question is, how much money is being moved into crypto? The second question is, where is all of this money coming from? The third and most important question is, how can you get an airdrop of that money? That is what we will be discussing from now until the end of the world. Shout out to my man, Win, Lose, or Rug. You're going to like this. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. You're going to like this first article. We was just talking about this, bro. You're going to like this first article. Look at this. Look at this. I swear that we got spies. We got to clean out the Discord. Oh, man. We got to clean out the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Will Solana price hold $180 after 30% drop in weekly DApp volumes? Okay. Declining network activity and interest in meme coins put a dent in Solana's price, but derivatives data suggests a limited downslide. All right. So now, again, this is what we want to hear, right? We are actually looking for these downsides, right? If you guys agree, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for these downsides. Give me a thumbs up. If not, then give me a thumbs down. Now, look at this. Look at this. El Salvador's Bitcoin stash hits 6,000 Bitcoin worth $569 million. Mega 2025. How Donald Trump can make Ethereum great again. I mean, it's lit. It's lit. Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. Win, Lose, or Rug says new all-time highs in volume every other day. Now, let me ask you this question, Win, Lose, or Rug. Shout out to you, bro. When it comes to the all-time highs in volume, where does that lead us to next? Where does that lead us to next? That is definitely a good thing. We definitely want to see high volumes, right? Where do the high volumes take us to next? That's the question, all right? So now here says Solana's native token, SOL, failed to sustain levels above 200 after multiple rejections between December 25th and December 26th. This movement aligned with the broader cryptocurrency market, which saw a 3.5% decline over 2 days ending December 27th. However, Solana underperformed with a 5.1% correction, raising concern among traders about potential further price declines. All right. Now, the only concern that I have about these price declines is how can I take advantage of them? Shout out to my man, Reality Check Virtual Radio. What's good with it, Izzy? Shout out to Izzy. Yo, make sure y'all show Izzy some love, man, and go subscribe to his channel, man. Make sure y'all show my man some love. You know what we talking about, bro. That paper chase. Shout out to Mr. King. What's good with you, bro? One key source of concern was Solana's on-chain network volumes, which dropped by 30% over 7 days. Now, let me ask you guys this question. What do you think caused that drop? Despite securing second place in weekly volumes with 20.9 billion, Solana performed worse among the top 10 blockchains. In comparison, Ethereum's on-chain volumes fell by 15%, while Sui experienced an 8% decline. Moreover, Ethereum's ecosystem solidified its lead when factoring in layer 2 solutions such as Arbitrum, Optimism, Base, and Polygon. All right. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people have heard of a token called quote unquote layer 3? If you guys have heard of this token called layer 3, give me a thumbs up. If you guys have not heard of the token called layer 3, then give me a thumbs down. Okay. And shout out to everybody watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed that like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right. Solana's weekly DApp volumes, as tracked by DeFi Llama, also reflected negative trends. Highlights include a 39% decline in activity for Orca and Phoenix over 7 days, while Radium activity dropped 30%. Of greater concern, meme coins on Solana, which have been a significant draw for new users, posted poor 30-day performance. On-chain activity spanning token launches, staking, and trading remain a crucial driver for demand for Solana. Okay. Among meme coins, Popcat fell 42% in the 30 days leading to December 27th. Dog with Hat declined 40%, and Bonk dropped 25%. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people were able to pick up some of these during that time? Shout out to my man Frozen. What's good with it, bro? How many people were able to pick up some of these during this time, and what did you pick up and why? In contrast, the total cryptocurrency market capitalization remained flat over the same period. Notably, the correction was not exclusive to Solana-based meme coins, but Radium's recent success has been heavily tied to the Pump.Fun meme coin frenzy. Now, again, I keep saying this and I keep mentioning this in the Discord. I think it's time for us to take advantage of some of that Pump.Fun money. I think it's time for us to take advantage of some of that Pump.Fun money. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us to throw some ideas out there. All right. These challenges underline the importance of sustaining on-chain activity to maintain Solana demand. Total deposits on the Solana network, as measured by total value locked, reached a 2-year high of 44 million Solana. So again, look at this. While Solana is doing bad, it's actually doing good. Okay? While Solana is doing bad, it's actually doing good. Make it make sense. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug says, I think we consolidate in price. The volume is good for maintaining market cap. The last day to lock in capital gains and losses is 12/31. So that plays a factor. But I think we are in a healthy market. Yeah, I agree. Shout out to my man Frozen. Frozen says, I got out of Solana too early, but I do have a bonk position. That's what's good. That's what's good. That is definitely what's good. Now, again, shout out to Win Loser Rug. In the Discord, Win Loser Rug posted the information about the bonk coin burn. All right. Now, my question for you guys, everybody that's watching this, what do you think the effect of the bonk coin burn will be on the token? in the short term and in the long term? And do you think that these coin burns will be an ongoing thing once they hit certain milestones? Let me know what you guys think. There's a reason why I'm asking this question, right? And you'll see the reason once we get to where we're getting, because again, like I said, a lot of the stuff that's coming out in the news is just insane. Like, I mean, it's exciting and it's just insane. Like, it's just crazy. Like, you hear this stuff and it's like, okay, come on now. Like, I'm all in, right? I'm all about it, right? But then you hear some of this stuff and it's like, whoa, hold on now. Hold on. Hold your horses, right? The 16% monthly increase was driven by platforms such as Binance, Staked Sol, Jupiter, Drift, and Orca, according to DeFi Llama data. On the downside, Judo, Sanctum, and MarginFi saw a decline in deposits. Sol Future signals resilience despite price decline. Okay, so now what does this mean? Sol Futures signal resilience despite price decline. Okay, to assess whether professional traders have turned bearish on Sol, the derivatives market offers key insights. For example, monthly futures contracts typically trade at a 5 to 10% annualized premium in neutral markets. This premium compensates sellers for the longer settlement periods associated with these instruments. Okay. While lower than the 20% premium recorded on December 18th, the current 10% premium is at a threshold of neutral to bullish sentiment. Considering Solana's 16% price decline during the same period, the derivatives market has shown resilience. And what this means is that throughout the decline, it still shows that people have a purchasing interest in Solana. All right. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said, I heard a theory that once Doge makes a new all-time high, tokens like Bonk, Sheeb, and Pepe will follow. Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys remember when I told you guys how there's going to be a sector that forms that's called the dog sector? We should make an index called the Top Dog Index where we track dog coins against Doge. It's gonna happen. Mark my words. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug says people trading Solana futures contracts. I do the same. Volume is high on futures and perpetual contracts. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, what that means is that there is an underlying bullish sentiment on Solana. Okay, which is a good thing, right? It's definitely a good thing. To gauge retail traders' sentiment, analyzing Solana's perpetual futures is essential. Exchanges manage risk through funding rates, which become positive when buyers require additional leverage and negative when sellers dominate. So when buyers, these bulls, require additional leverage, they're trying to get more money to buy more. Negative when sellers dominate. That means when the liquidations happen, right? Over the past month, the Solana funding rate has remained below 0.015%, equivalent to an annualized 1.2%, indicating a neutral market. However, on December 27th, the rate turned negative, signaling reduced demand from leveraged long buyers. This shift is concerning given that Solana has declined 30% since its all-time high of $264.50 on November 2nd. On November 20th. The sharp drop in Solana's on-chain activity and declining interest in meme coins suggest a moderately bearish outlook for Solana's short-term price. Despite this, derivatives data indicate that whales and market makers remain optimistic, suggesting limited downside risk below $180. Now, this is what I'm saying. We got our own technical guy right in the chat, right? We got our own technical guy right in the chat. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug has been saying this for weeks. So make sure y'all show Win Loser Rug some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Win Loser Rug. And this is what I'm saying. We have our own financial tools. You know what I'm saying? We have our own financial tools here. All right. So this is some of that stuff that I'm talking about that's wild. Let me ask you guys this question. How many people have heard any price targets for Dogecoin? What I need you guys to do is I need you guys to tell me what price targets you have heard for Dogecoin in the chat. Let me know what you've heard people saying that Dogecoin is going to reach. The reason why I'm asking you guys to do this is because I want to show you something that just looks and sounds insane. Yeah, and I gotta agree. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug says below Solana or below 180 is like Solana on clearance. Yeah, facts. Super facts. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Frozen. Frozen said 240. Now, when you say 240, you mean $2.40 or you mean $240? Woo, $240. Man, there's gonna be some new Elon Musks and Bill Gates out there. You know what I'm saying? The new elites are coming. You know what I'm saying? Now, how many people, if you hold Dogecoin, throw a dog in the chat. If you hold Dogecoin, all right? This is extremely interesting here. Okay. Oh, $2.40. Facts. Okay. Shout out to Frozen. Make sure y'all throw some flames in the chat for Frozen. Frozen is on it. Dogecoin price conservative target starts at $2.35 based on Doge bull market fractal. Let me ask you guys this question. Who would be in a good position if Dogecoin reached $2.35? We got to do it. We got to do one of our famous equations, because what we need to do is we need to study this price prediction and see how they got to this 235 and run a viability analysis on it. And if this $2.35 price seems somewhat viable, then we need to start doing our equations, right? We need to start doing our equations, and we need to start figuring out what we need to do on these dips. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said he'd be in good shape. Carlton will be able to buy all the pork rinds you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? If Dogecoin went up to $2.35. Oh, man. Fractal analysis suggests a Doge rally above 35 cents will culminate with new all-time highs above $2.35. Now, let me ask you guys this. What's the time frame on this? What's the time frame on this? Now, look, now let's do this, right? So, Dogecoin at $2.35. We're going to take that $2.35 and divide it. We're going to take 1 million and divide it by 235. If Dogecoin reaches 235, what you need to have right now is 425,531 Dogecoins. How much is Dogecoin at right now? 35 cents. Let's multiply this times 35 cents. That's 100. That would cost right now $148,000, $148,936.17. There's some people that already have that because Dogecoin has been, it's been around forever. It was just recently, just over the summer, it was trading for between 9 and 10 cents. Right? So it's realistic that a lot of people have this already. Now, if you are balling like that and you can target getting that, hey, do your thing. But any percent of this, I don't think would be a bad idea. I don't think it would be a bad idea, especially with those $2.35 target prices. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. So we got Ripple, we got Doge, and we got pathways to get to where we want to be, right? We're going to be doing the meme cost averaging, all right? Dogecoin price action has slowed over the past 4 weeks after it breached its multi-month resistance levels of 35 cents in early November, okay? While the daily chart remains bullish, the crypto asset lost support from the 50-day EMA level on December 19th and has not yet recovered to a position above the indicator. Despite these short-term concerns, one analyst highlighted that Dogecoin's long-term target remains significantly high in 2025 if its previous bull run performance is considered. Dogecoin target lies between $2.35 to $2.60. Now, listen, if Doge goes that high, that's going to make a lot of people a lot of money. If you guys would agree, if Dogecoin goes that high, that's going to make a lot of people a lot of money. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, then give me a thumbs down. And shout out to everybody who's watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor. Take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you have not hit the bell, please take a moment, hit the bell, and subscribe to the channel. All right. CEO and anonymous crypto investor told his 536,000 followers on X that Dogecoin is on track for a massive rally in 2025. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Who's bold enough to give a recommendation of how much of their quote-unquote crypto portfolio they should allocate to Doge? What do you guys think? Or do you think that any of your crypto portfolio should be allocated to Doge? Might not, if you're scared, it might not be a bad idea. You know, you might want to check out some of those baskets that they got over there on crypto.com. Right? You might want to check out some of those baskets that they got over there on crypto.com. With the help of a weekly chart, the investor illustrated a range high and range low sweep of previous weekly resistance and support that took place in the previous bull run. The same pattern has been repeated over the course of 2024, and Dogecoin is in the final stages before a breakout rally. Similarly, Chandler Bing, a technical analyst, said that the meme coin's long-term price range is between 235 and 260, which is another 683% gain from its current price. While the target seemed far-fetched at the moment, the analyst called it a conservative target. Now, here's the thing, right? If you ask me, I believe that all of these targets are all conservative targets. And I believe that this year is going to be one of the most profound, explosive, insane, attention-grabbing years in cryptocurrency's short existence. And the reason why I believe this is because crypto, again, like I've said this before, crypto has done all of this in a hostile environment. Let me ask you guys this question. When has the environment ever been friendly to crypto? Have we ever experienced a world with a crypto-friendly environment? I don't think we can say that we have. And now we're actually in one. So what that should automatically drive a pump for all of the tokens, if you ask me. So there's going to be the regular price pumps on top of the optimism pump. Okay? It's going to be like a Bobby Brown song, everybody pumping around. You know what I'm saying? Everybody pumping around. That's what it's going to be. Everybody pumping around. The analyst emphasized that the target has been set based on Dogecoin's performance relative to Bitcoin and Ethereum in previous bull runs. Now, I think this is important price history that we should pay attention to and analyze ourselves. How has Dogecoin performed in relation to Bitcoin and Ethereum over the last couple bull runs? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said people treat crypto like it's black. Hashtag hostile. Facts. If y'all agree with Carlton, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Bro, that's facts. Javon Marks, a crypto trader, also set a similar price target at around $2.30, which is based on its Fibonacci extension levels. The analyst said history hasn't changed and still points to a fairly high likeness of a price run to and above the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level, as it did every cycle prior to this. And this time around, that result in more than a 570% increase from here to $2.28. All right. So here's my question. Should we prioritize Doge along with Ripple? Should there be a ratio that we create and make a coupled purchase of a Ripple Dogecoin hybrid? Let me know what you guys think. Or do you guys think that the likelihood of this happening is very low and we shouldn't pay any attention to it at all? I always find it interesting when separate analysts come up with similar independent conclusions. I always find that interesting. It says something, if you ask me. Okay. Is a Dogecoin bottom in? Okay. On December 20th, Dogecoin witnessed a flash spike down to 26 cents, but the crypto asset recovered above 30 cents within the same day. Since then, Dogecoin has maintained a daily close above 30 cents, but the price remains under its 50-day EMA level. Okay. Based on a historical outlook, a bottom could be in for Dogecoin because it has already exhibited a liquidity sweep of key levels at 32 cents and 34 cents. Earlier this month, Cointelegraph reported a fractal formation from January of 2024, where a bearish engulfing confirmation dragged prices down by 25 to 30%. Now, we want to be on the lookout for all of this, right? We want to be on the lookout for all of this. Why? In December of 2024, a similar situation unfolded with Doge, where the crypto asset is establishing a bottom after its recent 25% drop. With the relative strength index bottoming below 30, selling pressure is also nearing exhaustion, and reclaimed a position above 35 cents will trigger a higher high for Doge in 2025. Now, again, what's interesting with this, right? What this is basically saying is that it seems like there's still unlimited growth potential for Doge. You know, a lot of people think that they're priced out of these things, and it's like, not really. Not really. There's still a lot of room for a lot of huge returns. And I'm telling you, we're gonna get all of them. We're gonna get every single one. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said, only reason why I'm apprehensive about buying Doge is the amount of normies who hold Doge that will dump as soon as they see a 2x. And then what do you do? What now? Here's the thing. If you're in the long game, once those normies do that and they see that 2x, what do you do? Because that's gonna cause a what? Once they all dump like that, that's gonna do what? So you want to get your loss margin out of the way, and then when that dump comes, right? When they dump like a truck, that's when you go pick it up. Right? That's what you do, right? And then you wait for the next cycle. So we're going to check out price analysis for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Doge, Cardano, Avalanche, Link, and Ton. Okay. Now, let me ask you guys this question here. These tokens that they have up here in this price analysis, where do you all think that they're going? And does anybody hold any of these? Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said, I'm for sure dumping a little bit of it. I got bills. Look, I ain't mad at it. Can you pay my bills? Oh man, can you pay my bills? Right? Not unless you dump that Doge. You know what I'm saying? Not unless you dump that Doge, bro. That's hilarious. So check this out, right? Bitcoin's repeated failure to cross above the $100,000 mark increases the risk of a drop under $90,000. Now, I want to ask you guys the question here. What is your $90,000 Bitcoin plan? We're going to take a look at this one too. We're going to look at all of these. We're going to take a look at all of these, guys. Going to take a look at all of these. All right. So now here it says Bitcoin bulls tried to start a recovery on December 27th, but were met with strong selling at higher levels. A minor positive is that the United States Bitcoin exchange traded funds investors have resumed their purchases. The spot ETF recorded net inflows of 475.2 million on December 26th after 4 days of sustained outflows of 1.52 billion per CoinGlass data. Okay, so again, this is what we were talking about yesterday, right? And what was significant about that yesterday is that this is exactly like we said. Just because there was one day where there was a lot of outflows, nobody's stopping. Like this isn't stopping. People are going to continue to use that exchange traded fund. They're going to for real continue to use the BlackRock exchange traded fund. You know what I'm saying? That's the flagship one. Okay. And shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate you guys. If you all haven't smashed the like button yet, please do me a favor, take a moment, smash that like button. Also, if you guys haven't hit the bell, please take a moment, hit that bell, and also please share the stream to your social media. All right. However, not everyone is bullish on Bitcoin. Chartered market technician Askell Kibar said in a post on X that Bitcoin is forming a bearish heads and shoulders pattern, and if the pattern completes, a fall to 80,000 is possible. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Who's going to be buying Bitcoin at $80,000? Who's going to buy Bitcoin at $85,000? I believe that most people who are crypto investors are going to buy Bitcoin at $80,000. I believe that that's going to happen. I don't think that anybody's going to stop. And the reason why I don't think anybody's going to stop is because nobody stopped when it went from about what was it, like $40,000 back down to like $60,000, right? Nobody stopped. Nobody's going to stop. Hold on real quick. I'm about to throw this goal up while I got this page up. Man, I owe you guys so many call-in shows. I'm about to get some of them out of the way this week. Let me see. I'm going to get some of them bad boys out of the way this week. Shout out to my man, the specialist. What's good with it, bro? Michael Saylor's going to still buy Bitcoin at those price levels, isn't he? You think ARK Invest is still going to buy? Is BlackRock going to buy? Is BlackRock going to buy? Kathy Wood's going to buy? Who all's going to buy? Everybody's going to buy. United States government, El Salvador, they're going to buy? As Bitcoin stalls, some analysts seem to be gravitating towards altcoins. What does that mean? Does that mean that it's about to swing into altcoin season? They believe altcoins offer a better risk to reward opportunity than Bitcoin at current levels. They anticipate altcoins to outperform in 2025. Everybody's expecting this crazy altcoin rally. Everyone is expecting this crazy altcoin rally. Now, what I want you guys to do in the chat is I want you guys to tell me what altcoins you all think will break out and provide the highest value in 2025. Let me know. What are the support levels on Bitcoin and altcoins that could attract buying? Let's analyze the charts of the top 10 cryptocurrencies to find out. All right, so here's the Bitcoin price analysis. Bitcoin has slipped below the 50-day simple moving average, which is $95,406, signaling that the bears are trying to get the upper hand. Now, if the bears end up getting the upper hand, what does that mean? If the price goes below the 50-day SMA, the Bitcoin US dollar tether pair could plummet to the solid support at $90,000. Now, you know that there are people who want this to happen. All of these companies, all of these governments, all of these places that want to start massively buying Bitcoin, let me ask you guys this question. What price levels do they want to buy Bitcoin at? Do they want to buy Bitcoin at the $100,000 levels that we want to see just so we could be holding a lot of Bitcoin? Or do they want the discounted Bitcoin? Which one do they want? Buyers are expected to vigorously defend the $90,000 level because if the support gives way, the pair may drop to 85,000 and subsequently to 73,777. On the upside, the bulls will have to push and retain the price above $100,000 to seize control. The pair then could rally to an all-time high of 108,353, where the bears are expected to step in. All right. Here's the Ethereum price analysis. Now, I'm extremely interested in these Ethereum price analysis because Ethereum just is not doing it right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's hanging in there. You know what I'm saying? It's not doing bad per se, but it's just lukewarm. It's not doing much. It's not doing much. But that doesn't mean that the potential isn't there, and that doesn't mean that it's not going to do much, right? Ethereum turned down from the 20-day EMA, which was $3,540 on December 25th, and the bears thwarted a recovery attempt on December 27th. The Ethereum US dollar tether pair could decline to the immediate support of 3,200. That's where we're sitting at right now, right? That's about where we're sitting at right now, right? So this is the current time frame that we're in. This is a crucial near-term support to watch out for because if it cracks, the pair could descend to $3,000 and eventually to $2,850. Buyers are expected to fiercely defend the 3,000 to 2,850 zone. The bulls will have to drive and maintain the price above the 20-day EMA to suggest that the selling pressure is reducing. The pair is likely to pick up momentum above 3,555 and rally toward the formidable resistance of $4,094. Okay. So now let's take a look at the XRP price analysis. Where's XRP going? Where's XRP going, y'all? You guys have heard the crazy XRP predictions. $10, $15, $20, $25 XRP by the end of 2025. Where's XRP headed? XRP closed below the 20-day EMA, which was $2.23 on December 26th, suggesting a likely drop to the support line. Okay. The XRP US dollar tether pair is expected to trade between the support and resistance lines of the symmetrical triangle pattern for some time. The flat 20-day EMA and the RSI near the midpoint do not give a clear advantage either to bulls or to bears. Now, I want to go back to that $2.35 Dogecoin price. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. What's good with it, bro? Yeah, shout out to DC Precise. That's facts. They actually had mentioned that a little bit in one of the articles that we had read earlier. Let me ask you guys this. If Dogecoin goes to $2, what would that make Dogecoin's market cap? Somebody let me know in the chat. Somebody put the numbers in the chat. What does that make Dogecoin's market cap? That's a big number, isn't it? Think about this. Dogecoin has a lot of coins. There's a lot, and they just keep making more. Imagine what a $2 market cap would do for the or a $2 price would do for the Dogecoin market cap. Where does that take the Dogecoin market cap? It's kind of crazy to think about, right? The next trending move is likely to begin after the price breaks above or below the triangle. A breakout of the resistance line could propel the pair to $2.91, while a break below the support will suggest that the pair may have topped out in the short term. The pair may then decline to $1.62. BNB tried to break out of the 722 overhead resistance on December 27th, but the bears held their ground. Repeated failure to rise above $722 increases the possibility of a break below the 20-day EMA, which is $689. If that happens, the BNB US dollar tether pair could slide to the 50-day SMA of $668 and later to the solid support at $635. This level is expected to attract buying by the bulls, which could keep the pair range-bound between 635 and 722 for a while. If the price rebounds off the 20-day EMA, the bulls will again attempt to push the pair above 722. If they succeed, the pair may rise to 760 and thereafter to the solid resistance of 794. Now, let me ask you this question, right? And shout out to Win Loser Rug. This may be like a little research project that Win Loser Rug might want to look into. Most of these graphs, most of these charts, they use patterns in chronological order, day to day, hour to hour, right? But I wonder if they ever try to do any other type of pattern recognition. And I wonder what kind of patterns we could pick up on if we looked at other pattern recognitions and created other graphs. And see, this is one of the reasons why I want to get an extremely powerful imaging AI software program where I can have the AI analyze particular patterns that I'm interested in to see if there's any type of correlation. All right. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said, think XRP is setting up for a rally into 250. Failure to hold current prices can dip as low as to 190. All right. So those are our two numbers that we need to be looking for, 250 and 190. 190 being the preference, right? 190 being the preference for accumulation, right? Solana price analysis. Solana turned down from the 20-day EMA $203 on December 25th, indicating that the sentiment remains negative. All right, so Solana is kind of stuck in limbo right now. Okay, Solana is kind of stuck in limbo. The Solana US dollar tether pair could fall to the uptrend line, which is an important level to watch out for. If support cracks, it will signal that the bears remain in control. The pair may decline to $155, which may attract buyers. Now, let me ask you guys this question. How many people remember when Ethereum was this price? Solana, if you ask me, Solana is in the same stages right now that Ethereum was before it hit $1,500 for the first time. I remember these stages of Ethereum. This negative view will be invalidated in the near term if the price bounces off the uptrend line and breaks above the 20-day EMA. The pair may then attempt to rally to the 50-day SMA, 221. Dogecoin price analysis. All right, so I wonder how this is going to turn out. Dogecoin's relief rally could not even reach the 20-day EMA, which was 35 cents, indicating that the bears are selling on every minor rise. And this is exactly what Win, Lose, or Rogue was talking about normies selling at 2x. You know what I'm saying? This is what Win, Lose, or Rogue was talking about these normies selling at 2x. There is minor support at 30 cents, but if the levels break down, the Doge US dollar tether pair could plunge to the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level of 27 cents. Buyers are likely to defend the 27 to 23 cent zone. If buyers want to prevent the downslide, they will have to push and maintain the price above the moving averages. If they do that, it will suggest that the correction may be over. The pair could then climb to 43 cents. Let's look at the Cardano price analysis, because this is interesting, because the thing about Cardano is that Cardano did very well and is actually maintaining, and people aren't talking about it. Cardano is actually performing very well right now, and not a lot of people are talking about it. Yeah, facts. If y'all agree with Win, Lose, or Rug, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Win, Lose, or Rug said, especially all the Doge purchased on Robinhood. Those, the first bags to go. Yeah, facts. Super facts. Cardano's relief rally turned down from the market neckline of the head and shoulders pattern, signaling that the bears are not ready to let go of the advantage. Okay. The bulls are likely to defend the 80-cent level with vigor. If the price rebounds off 80 cents and breaks above the 20-day EMA of 90 cents, it will suggest that the correction may be over. A rally above $1 could trap the aggressive bears, opening the doors for a short covering rally to $1.20. Contrary to this assumption, if the price continues lower and breaks below 76 cents, it will signal the resumption of the downward move. The AVX US dollar tether pair, I don't know why they said AVX here, right? Because we're talking about Cardano, right? We're talking about Cardano, and as you guys can see here, it says the AVX, but okay. May then descend towards the pattern target of 50 cents. I think people would be extremely upset if AVX went down to 50 cents. I think that people would be extremely upset if AVX went down to 50 cents. Avalanche price analysis. Now, what are people's thoughts on Avalanche? What are people's thoughts on Avalanche? Where's Avalanche going? Avalanche recovery faltered at the moving averages, indicating that the bears are selling on rallies. All right, so they're just taking off profits. They just bleeding Avalanche out. The downsloping 20-day EMA, $42.11, and the RSI in the negative territory signal that the bears are in control. There is support at $35.50 and again at $33.50. If the support gives way, the AVX US dollar tether pair may slump to $30.50. The first sign of strength will be a break and close above the 20-day EMA. That may start a recovery to the 50% Fibonacci retracement level of $44.70 and then to the 61.8% retracement level of $47.31. Chainlink price analysis. All right. How many people in here are invested in Chainlink? Now, Chainlink has been around for a long time, right? But I haven't really invested in Chainlink. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all, act like I, rock with Chainlink, all like that. Now, it's not that Chainlink is a bad product or, it's not good or there's no value there. I just don't know much about it. I'm actually thinking about looking into it. Shout out to my man, John Guillory. What's good with you, bro? So somebody schooled me on Chainlink. Chainlink turned down and broke below the $23 support on December 26th, indicating that the bears are maintaining their pressure. Okay. The 20-day EMA, $23.89, has started to turn down gradually, and the RSI is just below the midpoint, signaling a slight advantage to the bears. The link US dollar tether pair is likely to drop to the support at 20. Buyers are expected to defend this level with all their might because a break below it will complete a bullish head and shoulders pattern. If that happens, the pair may decline to $16. Buyers will have to drive and maintain the price above $27.50 to regain control. That will open the doors for a rally to $31. All right. Now, how many people mess with Ton Coin? I do mess with Ton Coin, and I actually got some Ton Coin from an airdrop on crypto.com. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said AVAX came out when I was taking a break from crypto and just focused on NASDAQ. Stupid move on my end. Missed a lot of good opportunities. Listen, bro, we ain't missing nothing, including the NASDAQ. We about to start hitting the stocks too, bro. We about to start hitting the stocks. We about to start hitting the gold. We about to start hitting everything. We about to start hitting everything. It's about to be like we in college again. It's about to be like we in college again. We about to hit everything. You know what I'm saying? Ton Coin's rebound is facing selling at the moving averages, indicating selling by the bears at higher levels. Okay. The flattening 20-day EMA of $5.84 and the RSI just below the midpoint indicate a balance between supply and demand. This increases the possibility of a range-bound action in the near term. If buyers drive the price above $6.10, the ton US dollar tether pair could rally to $6.50 and later to $7. Sellers are expected to mount a strong defense at $7. That could keep the price action stuck between $7 and $4.72 for some time. All right. So, it is what it is. If you ask me, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with this type of stuff, every single, price rally or, every single movement in the price, it's not always going to be fun. It's not always going to be, exciting, right? Like none of this is exciting. None of this is exciting. But you know what is exciting? What is exciting is thinking about end of the year gains. Right. Shout out to John Guillory. John said, that was wow, Rob. Hit everything that moves. Bro, I'm hitting everything. I'm hitting everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my own VIP section out here. Oh, man. So check this out, man. We're about to look at some more evidence of the mass Bitcoin adoption. Okay. Because again, people just keep saying that this stuff is not happening. And I mean, like, we keep showing the evidence, and the people that are saying that it's not happening are not showing the evidence that it's not happening. Just somebody make it make sense. Look at this. Take a look at this right here. Bitcoin institutional adoption accelerates as ETF filings show investor appetite. Now, isn't it funny? Just the other day, everybody was saying how concerned they were about the ETF outflows. And now, look, the ETF inflows are a quote-unquote signal that institutional adoption is accelerating. Okay. Multiple filings came in yesterday for Bitcoin bond ETFs, one being to invest in MicroStrategy convertible securities. Let me ask you guys this question. How many of you all think that it would not be a bad idea to find the 10 best cryptocurrency equity-based publicly traded companies and create an index and track those companies against Bitcoin's performance? This is stuff that we should be doing inside of our Discord, getting this information. If you guys think that would be a good idea and you think that will come with some valuable information and some valuable indicators, give me a thumbs up. If you guys don't think that it would and you think that it would be just a waste of time, then give me a thumbs down. Public companies buying Bitcoin has been one of the big themes of 2024, and asset management companies are taking notes. What kind of notes? What kind of notes are these asset management companies taking? Bitwise filed Thursday for an ETF that includes only corporations with at least 1,000 Bitcoins in its treasury. So you see, they're already thinking along the same lines as we are. And this is what I'm saying. Don't sell yourself short. The only thing that we don't have is billions of dollars. And we'll get there eventually. Right? But the thought processes are there. Now, let me ask you guys this question. If we're sitting over here, I want you guys to think about this. We're sitting over here having daily casual conversations, throwing out ideas that these enterprise level companies that are investing billions of dollars in Bitcoin are doing for their companies to make their shareholders value. And massive amounts of people see absolutely no value in what we're talking about over here for free. You would have to pay these people hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of dollars to manage your portfolio. Do you know how much of a slap in the face that is to us and all of our good work? And this is what I'm talking about when I say our people won't make us great. You go to BlackRock, see how much it costs to get your portfolio looked at. We run these numbers every single day. And all you got to do is just be a part of what we're doing. And I'm telling you guys, that's why when we get to where we get to, shop is getting closed down. Shop is getting closed down because we will have proven the most important social experiment in human history. And once we've proven the evidence of the most important experiment in social history, I got nothing. I got nothing else to say. Nothing else is defensible. Yeah, facts. Shout out to John Guillory. John Guillory said, bro, we literally could be great asset managers, and what we get is you ain't black. Yeah. And another thing that we get is a disrespectful amount of disinterest from broke people. Broke people. Michael Saylor and BlackRock, they work with billionaires. They work with billionaires. We have a minute amount of millionaires. Yet, after 2025, it's going to definitely be serviced with a shut door. It's going to be serviced with a shut door. Because when people say that there's a short, quote unquote, window, a short, quote unquote, time frame for these things, what that means is that it's finite. What that means is that you have a limited time to get your affairs in order. And if you don't have your affairs in order, well, then you're out of order. And we're not going to fulfill out of orders. Just wait. I'm telling you. That's hilarious. I was talking about Pat Riley the other day too. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker says, man, you know you got to be white and look like Pat Riley from his coaching days in order to get the average ninja attention. I don't know a brother from Detroit who's been through the same stuff, man. Yeah. Right. Bro, hey, And this is, and shout out to Black Free Thinker. This is what I'm talking about. Quote unquote, your people won't make you great. Could you imagine this, right? All these CEOs that have done all of this stuff. Now imagine what kind of CEO, what kind of company we would be if our company completely reversed the racial wealth gap. Imagine that if we were able to do that strategically through finance, strategically through economics. We can't even get participants. But they say that that's what they want, though. They say that that's what they want. We literally showing people the blueprint. Not only the blueprint that, you would go somewhere else and pay a lot of money for this, man. I think it's fascinating how much of a joke people find, the skills that people offer people, man. I think it's madly disrespectful. I think it's wild. It's wild. You literally sitting here getting free pro bono private client banking advice. People do this for their career. People do this for their career. Yeah, we definitely playing with Noah's Ark's rule up in here because y'all already know I support the flood too. I definitely support the flood. I support biblical AI solutions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Shout out to John Guillory. John says, the crazy thing is you don't need a lot of bread to make money in the crypto market. Literally $10 can make you money. Bro, we got coins under a penny. Facts. And even the stuff that costs over a penny, you don't have to buy a single Bitcoin. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton took the words out of my mouth. Carlton said, no more excuses. You can spend 25 cents and get into Bitcoin. You can spend, bubblegum machine money, right? Bubblegum machine money and get you a couple of Doge coins or something like that. But I want you guys to see it. I want you guys to see it because so many people get high and mighty and they get on these rants and they say that people act this way and people just trash this person or people just trash this person. No, that's not how it happens. It's not how it happens. And that's another thing that we're going to prove. We're going to prove exactly how that happens. Yeah. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, man, look, Elon and Vivek let the masses know that society is moving toward stratification by class rather than race. Well, that's, bro, listen, the way that I do things is so artistically unappreciated. It's so artistically unappreciated. Did you see how we transitioned perfectly from the black voter monolith back into Tales from the Cryptocurrency? You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for that. And it's just wild that people miss all of these cues. Shout out to y'all for not missing the cues, but it's just wild that so many people miss these cues. It's just so wild. It's just so wild. I told everybody the smallest issue that nobody talked about in the election would be one of the biggest impacts in 2025. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Win Lose a Rug. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. And we, you know what I'm saying? We're definitely going to reap the rewards. Shout out to, man, we already have reaped the rewards, to be honest. Right? We already have reaped the rewards. Right? But we're going to reap the rewards even more now. Because think about this. I want y'all to think about this. The amount of money that you have right now, right? Shout out to Izzy. Izzy said, you're lame. If you listen to this, if you had the amount of money that you have now at the beginning of last year, how much money would you have today? If you, when we first started on this journey, right? If you started the journey with the amount of money that you have now, where would you be at today? Shout out to Reality Check Virtual Radio. Reality Check Virtual Radio says, I have no money now. You gonna have some money soon, bro. You're gonna definitely have some money. You're gonna definitely have some money soon. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna definitely have some soon. Shout out to Black. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said they're focused on hairlines and we're focused on the bottom line, bro. Facts. We focus on them trend lines, focus on them Fibonacci lines. You know what I'm saying? Focusing on them retracement lines, focusing on all that. I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. So here's another one. Strive Asset Management filed for the Bitcoin bond ETF, which seeks exposure to MicroStrategy's convertible securities. All right. The dominant crypto narrative for 2024 has been institutional adoption, from the U.S. approval of spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds to the burgeoning number of companies pledging to buy the largest cryptocurrency for their treasuries. Crypto has entered more than ever before the mainstream conversation. Bitcoin has increased almost 130% this year, breaking record highs on several occasions. It is currently hovering near the psychological threshold of $100,000. The ETFs approved in January have seen net inflows of $36 billion and amassed over 1 million Bitcoin. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Out of all of the companies that are doing this, we got to ask this question, right? We got to ask this question. Out of all of the companies that are doing this, how many of these companies are Black-owned companies that are doing this? How many companies are Black-owned companies that are doing this? That creates a very interesting new metric, right? Now, what's interesting about it is I think that the racial cryptocurrency gap or the racial Bitcoin gap should be studied separate from the racial wealth gap. Despite the fact that the two will interact and the two will compile on each other, I think that they should be studied separate because they kind of have separate origin points. Shout out to John Guillory. John Guillory said, bro, I would be crazy up if I made these investments last year with the money I got this year. Exactly. So imagine we're starting fresh, right? We're resetting the game, but this time we're resetting the game with a bigger bag, right? So we're resetting the game with a bigger bag, and we got another 365 days to outperform what we did last year. How many of y'all think we can do it? I know for a fact we can do it. I know for a fact we can do it. I know for a fact we are going to do it. And then we're gonna buy Izzy a Cybertruck. That's the first order of business. We got to buy Izzy a Cybertruck once we all get up. You know what I'm saying? We taking, you know what I'm saying? We taking 5% from each bag and we putting it together and buying Izzy a Cybertruck. You know what I'm saying? Executive decision. That's the one executive decision, you know what I'm saying, of 2025. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I feel it. But see, but with us though, it's not an if. We just asking in terms of creating goals for the next year because we already did it. Oh, you want a sprinter? All right, we got you. We get you the sprinter. We're gonna get you the sprinter. We would just get you the Cybertruck to troll you though, and make you bump that FN Mecca. You're gonna be playing that Florida water. You're gonna be banging that Florida water. We're gonna make sure they put a hibachi grill in the back of it. You know what I'm saying? And wrap it with a Gucci paint design. Oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah, man. Shout out to John Guillory. John Guillory says the crazy thing is you have brothers on YouTube that's been preaching Bitcoin, but they were deemed crazy. Bro, there's a rich brother that bought Bitcoin for under $1 named Da Vinci that's on YouTube that is rich as hell and lives in Dubai and just does what he wants to every day because he's filthy rich and like people just act like he doesn't even exist. It's act like he doesn't even exist. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild, man. Like the monolith is wild. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Izzy. Izzy said, I damn near got a hibachi in my truck now. I just need to hook it up, bro. We're gonna flip that truck. We're gonna turn it into a hibachi food truck. And they gotta pay for the food in Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna call it Bitbachi. We're going to call it the Bitbachi truck. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay for this shit in Bitcoin. Oh, that'll be lit. You know what I'm saying? That'll be lit. So now here it says, in addition, the number of publicly traded companies saying they're adding Bitcoin to their corporate treasury is accelerating. The trend, which started with MicroStrategies, MSTR, in 2020, recently attracted KULR Technology, a maker of energy storage products for the space and defense industries. Now, shout out to the people. Shout out to Carlton, because Carlton is one of the only people that still fucks with me from back in them days, right? Consistently. But do you remember about 3 or 4 years ago when I had put together a market dominance presentation of the type of products that people should get in to try to take over a certain percentage of the market share? You guys remember that? How many people remember that? If you guys remember that, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, then give me, or if you don't remember that, then give me a thumbs down. I'm going to show it to you guys real quick. And this is what I'm saying. And this is what I'm saying. Who's got time for this shit? You know what I'm saying? Who's got time for this shit when you try to make this type of shit to help improve the situations that's facing us, and people look at this shit like a joke, and then it turn around and when they see somebody else that they claim that they don't like doing it, they call that person a genius while you ignored what I stayed up all night doing for you. Who's gonna continue to do that? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. What's good with it, bro? Definitely appreciate you. Yo, shout out to all the members, man. Green team, make sure y'all show some love with the membership emoji. Make sure y'all show Black Free Thinker some love for funding the organization and being down with Blacklight Industrial for 16 months. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Black Free Thinker for standing on business.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Definitely appreciate you, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Unifying competition to increase overall effectiveness. Objectives. What are the objectives? What are the ways that we can make both parties deliver our objectives? How do we mask the information from the media and polls? Vote in an aggressive and, if necessary, antagonistic way. Create a local, state, federal block matrix. Determine predetermined ultimatums. Industry dominance and stable business. Create a PAC, a political action committee. Lobby groups that are controlled by the grassroots. Future industries to dominate: space fatality, space hospitality, space hotels, space refuel, repair stations, space docks, space garages, space emergency medical care, routes, sub-fatality, underground, all the stuff for space, but for underground, sonic, parking lots, repair stations and routes, stratosphere commerce. And what I'm talking about stratosphere commerce is like hovering food trucks. Like, y'all remember that Chinese food hovering thing that was on Fifth Element where it pulled up to Bruce Willis's window and he bought the Chinese food off of it and it drove off? Shit like that. defensive and aggressive business practice, territorial of all intellectual property and protected at all costs, predatory and retaliatory politics, maintain no political identity and identify only with objectives. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. I appreciate you, Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen for funding the organization and for being a mod extraordinaire and for holding it down and standing on business for 16 months. Definitely appreciate you. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Where else on YouTube do you see all these people with 16, 17, 18, 33, 37-month memberships? You don't see that shit nowhere.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Where do you see that at? You know what I'm saying? Where do you see it at? Creating a rival grassroots elites class, and hence, quote unquote, hashtag the new elites and culture of greatness. The current elite class is too deeply entrenched in the system of illegitimacy. A new elite class must be created that strictly follows political, business, and educational objectives of its supporter base. The new elite class, see, none of this shit, some shit I just came up with, must be developed only with revenues and funding from the grassroots and must remain that way and must share power and control with the grassroots at all times. The check and balance for this system will be equal investment in each other. The new elite class could function as an unofficial governing body and drive political and economic strategic decisions. Right? Shout out to my man DeAndre. What's good with it, bro? This is what I'm talking about right here. Shout out to my man DeAndre. Make sure y'all show DeAndre some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for DeAndre for funding the organization and for standing on business for 21 months. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. You know what I'm saying? The new elite class? The new elite class cannot originate within existing industry. Market dominance and revenues must originate from the newest and least regulated market, i.e., consistent with why I am pro crypto. Because when you get into a new business, when you get into a new market, you get to make the rules. You get to lay the pathway out there. You get to make the rules where it's harder for other people to get in. You get to create the walls to lock out and block people out. If you go into somebody else's game, then you playing their game and probably going to lose. To dominate the industry early and dictate future regulation through aggressive finance and predatory politics, practices must be done to strangulate competition and marginalize them. The new elite class must invest into the grassroots by reinvesting into education and technology funding to stimulate its labor force. The new elite class must remain aware of the needs of the grassroots, and the needs should drive the political objectives. All education efforts should be reinvested into strategic planning of grassroots organizations. How can somebody in their right mind that claim that they want to do what they want to do, how can somebody in their right mind not be behind that? Culture of the elite. We need to create a culture of elite and dominant status with tiers. The minimum accepted standards will be non-negotiable at lower elite. Identifying prop political organizations, Justice Democrats, Higher Heights, She the People, BLM. Come on, man. Swing state dynamics. We just went through this. You know what I'm saying? We just went through this. What two states do political candidates fight for? Ohio and Florida. Why? We need to learn how to manage the political dynamics and be a culture of Ohio and Florida, managing unpredictability. And this is what I'm talking about. But instead of managing unpredictability, people want to be a monolith and be on quality control. And this is what I'm talking about. And I got to shout out to Izzy. I got to agree. If you guys agree with Izzy, give me a thumbs up. If y'all disagree, give me a thumbs down. Izzy says this is how we should be treating all groups too. I agree, bro. Facts. This is what I'm saying, bro. Listen, what I'm telling y'all is, see this shit right here? No one, only a small amount of us want to do this. This ain't shit that people want to do. People want the benefits from stuff like this, but they don't want to actually do it. And that's why I'm not wasting my time with it anymore. I'm not wasting my time with it anymore. For people to sit up there and whine and cry and moan and complain in tears like they actually are upset, when in reality they actually enjoy the abuse because it's what they define themselves by. Man, I'm good on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlton Way. What's good with it, bro? I appreciate you. Make sure y'all show Carlton some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Carlton for funding the organization. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
I'm telling y'all, man, I'm no longer wasting my potential to fuel the dysfunction, disarray, and disorganization of other people. I'm not doing that shit no more. Them days is over. Shout out to Izzy. Izzy said, see, this is why we should have went live together. Bro, listen, if we went live together, bro, that shit would have been 30 hours long. And I'm down for it. You already know, bro, I'm down for it. I just ain't got time today. I'm already running on no sleep because, you know what I'm saying, I've been trying to really, for real, stay caught up with this crypto stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we going to definitely do it, though. I got some days off coming up this week, so it's definitely going down. It's definitely going down. But this is what I'm saying, though, man. I'm not this right here, man. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Look at this. What two states do political candidates fight for? Ohio and Florida. Why? We need to learn how to manage the political dynamics and be a culture of Ohio and Florida, managing unpredictability. But like I said, instead, people want to do the quality control thing. When your predictability is volatile, unstable, people fight for your vote. Risk and return. With more risk comes higher return. That's why cryptocurrency paying out so much. What is a beta coefficient? They can tell you on YouTube what a beta male is, but none of these people can tell you what a beta coefficient is. And then they want to act like they're the wolf on Wall Street. When they want to act like they're the wolf on Wall Street when they actually the kitty on the couch. Hey, there you go, Carlton. There go a meme coin for you right there. Kitties on the couch. Kitty on couch. Cat on couch. You know what I'm saying? Minimum political platform. What do we want in 2024? Minimum requirements set. Liberals, conservatives, independent, tangibles. What is the minimum same political objects across all these platforms? You know what I'm saying? Political swingers, managing swing politics, swing media, voter effective metrics. This is how you measure whether your vote is effective or not. The ROV, the return on vote, the goal should be 1 or greater. You should get 1 return per every vote. Look at the formula for it. Objectives achieved per cycle every 4 to 8 years, divided by total agreed upon objectives stated. Example, in 2024, 10 objectives. Politician gets 8 done. That means that they scored 8 out of 10 or 80%. That's the return on votes. We got 80%. If the ROV is less than 1, see weighted average of the net effectiveness of the policies. If the ROV is less than half, initiate political retaliation protocol. No one's trying to do this shit, bro. No one's trying to do this. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, Black Free Thinker. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show Black Free Thinker some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for my man Black Free Thinker for funding the organization. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Black Free Thinker says, get yours. Reach the willing so they can get theirs. F the rest. Even the Bible got shake the dust off your feet in red letters. Bro, yeah. Yeah. Facts. Facts. Make sure y'all show Black Free Thinker some love.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
What upsets me about this, though, is that literally this is what the crypto people, you know what I'm saying, did in the 2024 election. And I put this out here, and this is what I'm saying about my people won't make me great. Now, you know, people will be like, oh, you know, we was Kangs and shit, right? Black people always saying that they do everything first, yada, yada, yada. Black people always saying that we first, right? Here go my receipts. You know what I'm saying? Like R. Kelly, this is my story. And I'm sticking to it. You know what I'm saying? Cohesive politics versus divisive politics. Instead of aggressively attacking the positions of others where you may differ, unify on a minimum qualifying point and never fight with each other openly through the use of the domination, your domination of your opposition to further your, and use the domination of your opposition to further your goals. For example, all organized global political systems are unified on the basis of either maintaining status or supremacy in a top-down class system, with the unspoken understanding that for the global system to work, blacks must be at the bottom. I thought people gave a fuck about that shit. But I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have a problem admitting that I'm wrong. And if people get mad that I say that I'm wrong, don't look at me and say that I'm wrong, because I authored this shit. Ask yourself why this shit didn't get done. I understand now why so many people that write books, you know what I'm saying, got such a chip on their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even write no book. I made a PowerPoint presentation. Because when you look at the common sense shit on paper, it's just so simple. And then you got to ask yourself the question, if it's easy as do, re, mi, then what the fuck is so hard about it? We ain't even got to the rocket science yet. There's actual rocket science in this. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody asking anybody to do that. This is the easy shit. Think about it. Breaking down the American collective of anti-black politics. America runs on a collectivist model. Individualism is an illusion used to mislead and divide. The people who call you a collectivist are actually the collective shaming you to act as an individual using covert divide and conquer tactics. America is a monolith. Come on, man. What? Why they are removing and merging our culture and identity. Culture is an indicator of success, and it is a minimum unification point for acceptable standards. In the culture of Earth, humans speak, think, and allegedly make intelligent decisions. If there is no culture, there is no minimum set of guidelines, which means perpetual confusion. This is the reason why the government is doing what it does. If you isolate a race of people from society, they are already weakened. Confusing the culture causes chaos among the already weak, which causes chaos and laws of nature cannibalization. I think that's it. Man, I'm telling you, man, just like me, just like everybody in my family, that shit aged beautifully. Shit aged beautifully. Let me ask you guys this question. When it came to the 2024 election, was it anybody out there trying to do any of that shit? And this is what I'm saying. So when people get all mad and, you know what I'm saying, they start feeling a little bit butthurt because I start talking my shit. I don't care if you butthurt or not. If you butthurt, because I asked what happened, how you think that I feel that I put my time and effort into these projects because I was under the delusion that people wanted to improve the situations that they find themselves trapped in, only to come to find out that they actually define themselves by the shit and that they enjoy the shit. And it's a sick joke on me. You mad because I'm asking why some shit didn't get done. I'm mad because I realized I wasted valuable time that I'll never get back trying to salvage the insalvageable. And not to mention it's taken for granted and they don't even care. Like the shit's optional. I'm done. I'm done with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. And then people had a nerve to ask for $1. Oh, he bougie. Oh, he's arrogant. He's an asshole. He thinks he's better than me. Yeah, I do. Because I am. And so is everybody in here. We're all better than you. Yes. That is a true statement. And the problem with today's world is that there's something inherently wrong with quote unquote the truth. I told you guys that I would prove to you that if it came down to it, people won't lift a finger to save their own life. You know what I'm saying? The sad thing about it, one of the paradoxes of villainy is that when you find out people that you are actually trying to help are actually just as much of a problem as your enemy. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. But that's what it is. That's the reality of it. And that's a sad state of affairs. But it doesn't matter. It's the state of affairs. And what's most important is it's most important for people to have a very clear understanding what the state of affairs is. That is the state of affairs. Yeah, facts. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said the hard reality a lot of us in here had to come to terms with. Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Super facts. Yeah, and I agree. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker says you didn't waste your time. You succeeded in finding your tribe, which is the way this works, actually. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. And again, that's another one of the paradoxes of villainy, right? Because you ask yourself, when people have a desire to spiral into self-destruction, are you being an oppressor if you don't allow them the freedom to self-destruct? Are you being a tyrant? Are you being a dictator? Is it actually saving somebody? Is that actually saving somebody? All of these people that say that they want to be saved, none of these people want to be saved. None of them want to be saved. They just want to say that they want to be saved. They only want to say that they want to be saved so that they can receive a payment of attention and pity from anyone who's willing to pay that currency. This is why when you ask certain questions, shit goes black. What solutions? What tangibles? How will this work? How will that work? Why are you asking questions? I don't know, because everything has a blueprint. We're supposed to ask questions. Somebody asking a question, that doesn't make them a distractor, or that doesn't make them somebody that's trying to deflect attention. They might just actually want to know how it works, because some people can understand and get on board with things better if they know how it works. But the monolith will try to shut you down for asking questions, because by you asking questions, in most cases, you're going to expose whatever idiot the monolith has speaking for it that can't even put two sentences together. And when you expose that they can't even put two sentences together and spell the words that they put into those sentences, you've exposed everybody's favorite figurehead. And then that doesn't make you a good journalist. That doesn't make you a people's champion. That just makes you a black horse, the black sheep. I would rather have my empire made in gold and my empire only be maybe like a square mile than have a football field sized empire of garbage like a lot of these other people do. I just think that it's just pathetic. I think it's just pathetic. I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm telling you, sometimes that's one of the reasons why I honestly, I've been trying to stream with the crypto because the crypto got me hype. But as far as like any of this other stuff goes, it's just nauseating. It's just dumb. I've never seen people put so much effort into stuff that's not going to do anything for you or not going to give you anything back. I mean, just sit there and consume hours and hours and hours of just nonsense. For what? What's the end game? What's the end goal? What's the payoff? It's bizarre. And people proud of themselves for this shit. Nobody has anything to be proud of. Let me just reiterate that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has anything to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? People have spectacularly underperformed. You know what I'm saying? And should be up for remediation, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to shout out to my man Win Lose a Rug. I appreciate you, bro. Make sure y'all show Win Lose a Rug some love, throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Win Lose a Rug. Win, Lose, or Rug said, when you take a test, the teacher circles whatever you answered incorrectly so you can review. The monolith won't allow that. Yeah, they won't allow that. The monolith will tell you that they got 100%, even if they got a 49%. And they don't care. You know what I'm saying? And they don't care. Shout out to you, bro. Make sure y'all show Win, Lose, or Rug some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Win, Lose, or Rug for funding the organization.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the marching times.
Now, let me ask you guys this question, and this is the meat of the question, right? Michael Saylor, you know what I'm saying? ARK Invest, BlackRock, none of these companies have a racial wealth gap. They have a antagonistic racial wealth gap towards ours, right? They're already ahead, right? They're using Bitcoin to not seal a racial wealth gap or anything. They're using Bitcoin to provide more equity to their companies. Now, I want to make sure that I, you know what I'm saying, preface this properly. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's what you do in business, right? But what I'm saying is that if they're using Bitcoin to cover these billion-dollar gaps and it's working, the evidence is there. We can look at the MicroStrategy stock price. What MicroStrategies is doing to improve the equity of its company could have been done to improve the equity of Black America. And I fought to try to get people to see that since 2017. It's 12/29/2024. And I have an announcement to make. I'm fucking done. That's the announcement. That's why all the chats is on members only. That's why we're going to be chopping it up in the Bitcoin or in the Discord. I'm fucking done. It's clear that the anti-sediment, the anti-wealth sediment has more momentum and is more popular than the pro-wealth narrative. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not wasting my time trying to, quote unquote, advertise it anymore. We on task orientation now. So now we task oriented towards getting our bags and slamming the doors in people's faces. Like they do ours. But as far as any of that shit goes, you know what I'm saying? Like the strategic planning and all that, bro, that shit's done. These are the very people that sit there and try to criticize somebody. You should pass the dollars around XYZ amount of times. They won't even pass the idea around. I want y'all to sit back, clearly conceptualize this, clearly hear what I'm saying, see what I'm saying, watch it, observe it, make a mental picture of it so that you don't forget. Never let anybody tell you the lie we don't have again. Never let anybody tell you the lie we were never told again. That's all bullshit. You see what happens when somebody's trying to tell somebody some shit. That's actually what happened. Not that nobody told anybody anything. When is the last time somebody ran up in your house when I was talking about cryptocurrency and the men in black from the government came in there and said, this is revolutionary. You can't be watching this shit. When is the last time that shit happened to anybody? I'll tell you one reason why I'm not a threat. It's not because of me. I'm a ticking time bomb. I'm not a threat because the people who assess threats know that the people who would relate or should in theory relate to the things that I'm saying are under such tight mind control that they are of no threat of acting on any of the disruptive shit that I say. That's not a me problem. You know what I'm saying? That's not a me problem. It's not a me problem that the people that's supposed to be scared of you, or the people go around saying they're scared of you, see people as a bitch. That's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Win, Lose, or Rug. What's good with it, bro? Definitely appreciate you, homie. Make sure y'all show Win, Lose, or Rug some love. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Win, Lose, or Rug for funding the organization for 14 months. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
You know how people say all people just they whine and complain and cry and whine and cry and bitch? That's how you get called a bitch. Because you bitching. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta agree. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker says they prefer to bang on Fat Joe than build a fat wallet. Well, that's none of my business. I can't do the victim talk and accept it from a gnarly living ass. Facts. And listen, that Fat Joe shit, bro, that shit been going on for so long. Where was everybody at when him and 50 was beefing? Where was everybody at when him and Prodigy was beefing? How come didn't nobody say, yo, you know what's interesting about Fat Joe? He never really comes into the game with anybody black. Fat Joe been around forever, man. Nobody paid attention to any of that shit because I know I sure as hell asked him questions. As much as people be going in on Eminem, how many white people did Eminem put on? Eminem only put on his white fan base to buy his records. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure Eminem didn't put on no white artists. Which again, you know, he can do whatever he wants to, but I'm just saying in comparison, right? Even when it came to the industry, he ain't put on Insane Clown Posse, some white boys from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? It's a dude on YouTube, this dude named Odd TV. I think he a white dude from Detroit. Eminem ain't put him on. Fat Joe didn't put on, he put on maybe one black person, I think, Remy Ma. Shout out to Keep It 100. I was watching his stream about this shit. Now, am I saying that Eminem is a saint? Am I saying that Eminem is the best person in the world? No, I ain't saying none of that. I ain't saying that any of these clown-ass rappers is a saint or the best person in the world. But what I'm saying is that it's no standards to anything that people do, and everybody just ride off emotion. Fat Joe been on fuck shit. He been on fuck shit. Don Cartagena been on fuck shit. Album called Jose been on fuck shit. Reggaeton Latino remix been on fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know everything nowadays, though. What people really need to be doing is trying to figure out what actually happened to Prodigy, because he ain't died from choking on no damn egg and shit in the hospital. That didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, didn't he beef with a white artist? Who you talking about? Eminem? Yeah, I think he had beef with Machine Gun Kelly. He smoked Machine Gun Kelly's ass with that song Kill Shot. Shout out to Two Factor. Yeah, P told him to quit rapping and go paint a house. He said go work for UPS or something like that. But this is what I'm saying, man. That shit was these little hip hop battles and shit, bro. You could get this. You could go look at some Smack DVDs. You know what I'm saying? You can go look at some Smack DVDs or some old shit with what's old boy name? Damn, what's that dude's name? J Rocker, J Live or something like that. DJ K Slay and all them. Everybody on this shit now, though. This is the social media shit, man. Social media shit is already bad enough that people got issues, right? But social media acts as an accelerant for mental disorders. It's an accelerant for the shit. You remember how they called that shit the accelerant on Prometheus, and the black goo would just turn somebody into a damn xenomorph in an accelerated way. That's what that shit social media does to these already defective ass brains in these people's heads. That shit put them on full cranium buster time. Oh man, that shit's gonna really get, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, if we get this Fat Joe shit fixed out by the end of 2025, we all gonna be sitting on billions. We all gonna be sitting on billions. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna be sitting on billions. Yeah, man, facts. I gotta agree with Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said people go after each other because they are afraid to go after the main cause. That's weak and pathetic. Not my style. Yeah, ain't my style, bro. Motherfuckers want to sit there and talk crazy about cryptocurrency. Want to talk crazy, acting like people that's interested in cryptocurrency or investing in cryptocurrency. Bitch, we're going at the fucking elites. We're going at the elites, motherfucker. You understand that shit? While you're blowing the dust off of a microphone, we're actually trying to use what little we have to actually go heads up. I'm trying to go heads up against Elon Musk. I'm trying to go heads up against Michael Saylor. Name me the person that any of these other people going heads up against in a competitive way. It's fucking ridiculous. This shit is a delusional hot mess. This shit is a delusional hot mess. A delusional hot motherfucking mess. Michael Saylor has amassed 44,000 Bitcoin, and people think that it's silly to talk about Bitcoin. Michael Saylor just made it into the NASDAQ top 100 companies with that 44,000 Bitcoin they got over there at MicroStrategies. Could you imagine what that would have done for some family in Buffalo or some family in Detroit, some family in Cleveland, who generations of their family took hits because the steel industry moved out, and people sitting up here telling people not to try to make something work, not to try to put their heads above water? Like I said, man, I'm fucking done. Done. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to use my skill and expertise to fund the degeneracy and perpetual confusion and idiocies of non-contributors. I'm fucking done. If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. And I would advise you guys to be done too. See, this is your on the mountain moment. This is your on the mountain moment. This is the crossroads. This is the precipice. This is where death is looking you in the eye, and you really, really see what motherfuckers are about. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Is anybody shocked? You shouldn't be, but you might be. Nothing wrong with it if you are. Nothing wrong with a little disappointing optimism. It happens to the best of us, right? But just pay close attention to these things. You'll be disgusted. You'll be disgusted. You'll be disgusted. You'll be nauseated. And you should be. You got every right to be. You got every right to be. So now here it says, in addition, a number of publicly traded companies saying they're adding Bitcoin to their corporate treasury is accelerating. Now, mind you, all these places where, you know, a lot of black people live, right? If we owned the buildings, if we owned the businesses, black people could create a strategic Bitcoin alliance by encouraging their customers, their consumers, to buy their products with Bitcoin, hold the Bitcoin, give a discount, pay your rent, pay your mortgage at your bank in Bitcoin. Right? We talked about the theory of moving the Bitcoin around the hands. Was I like 6 times? Nope. 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 Scholarships in Bitcoin? Nah. Bitcoin-backed secure credit cards. Imagine that. You have a secure credit card that you pay 200 Bitcoin for. You keep that 200 Bitcoin and you pay it back every time you use the credit card. Now, look at your credit card sitting there making you rich. Because your secure credit limit grows to the balance of what your Bitcoin is after you pay it back. So your credit limit just keeps growing. Nah. Hey, you ever heard of this guy named Michael Saylor? He's got all these innovative and interesting things and ideas to revolutionize the financial world with Bitcoin. Amazing. Maybe that's why Jesse Lee Peterson says, quote unquote, amazing. Maybe one of these days we should ask him what makes a coon. What do you guys think? Maybe one day we should ask him what makes a coon. We haven't done that show in a long time. So I'm going to ask y'all, what makes a coon? I don't think The coon manufacturing process is discussed enough. Shout out to Two Factor. Two Factor said, ask that question and they'll get amazing feigned ignorance. Yeah. I think that people that are actually interested, I think people that actually might be actually interested, I think they might actually get something out of it. But how many people are actually interested in anything? Think about not being interested in getting rich. We talk every day. When I get in these tales from the cryptocurrency moods, we talk every day about getting rich every day and talk about methods on how to get rich. Let's calculate how much it is we need to have this. That's all we talk about is getting rich. Think about that shit. And then they go around and call everybody scammers. Hey, listen, I think that everybody else is a scammer. I think if you scam yourself out of massive amounts of wealth, you're a scammer because you've scammed somebody. If you commit suicide and delete yourself, you're looked at as a murderer, right? Because you killed a person, even though you killed yourself, right? If you scam yourself, you're also a scammer. Shout out to Carlton Way. Carlton Way says, ignoring things that will help your situation makes you a coon. Possibly. I don't know. That's why I asked the question, bro. What makes a coon? I don't know what makes a coon because everybody seems to have a different definition of coon, because having multiple definitions for one thing is something that's been entrenched as acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Win Lose a Rug. Win Lose a Rug said, man, to me, what makes a coon is any act that is subversive to our ancestors' sacrifices and contributions. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker says the establishment wouldn't even move on a move 2K these days, for they know that the lift is secure. They wouldn't move. No, bro. How long have I been saying world domination is the only solution? How long have I been saying that? And I still say it to this day. And if people don't believe me when I say that, all I got to say is just look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is slowly dominating the world, is now being considered as a global reserve asset. But when I said it, it was funny. But it wasn't funny. I wasn't laughing. World domination is the only solution. Look at Trump wants to buy Greenland and the Panama Canal. These people ain't even thinking about dominating the world. They don't even have control over their own lives. They don't even have these people don't even have control over where their money comes from. This is one of the reasons why half the time most of the conflicts and stuff that people are talking about in the news cycle is about somebody giving them a job. You already have more problems than you realize if you're reliant on someone giving you a job. And you want to publicly make gripes about the fact that you're in that situation and then think that it's normal. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But I will say this. One thing that people should do is before they open their mouths to say anything to anybody, they should go in front of a mirror and look themselves in the mirror and say whatever it is that they're about to say out loud so they can actually hear it. And maybe maybe it will prevent them from vomiting that spew onto some innocent bystander. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that'll happen. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll happen, and maybe it won't. But what I want everybody to pay very close attention to is I want everybody to pay close attention to the evidence. The evidence. Shout out to Carlton Wade. Carlton Wade said, I'm waiting on the day someone says, you know, we created cryptocurrency. Dane Calloway will come out with a video just to make you think. You know what I'm saying? About how Satoshi Nakamoto, you know, he had a copper complexion and wool-like hair. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gives a shit about that. And that would be the dumbass shit that people focus on. Where the fuck was you when Bitcoin was less than $1? That's the important shit. I don't give a fuck if that motherfucker had green hair like the Joker and white skin like Jack Napier after he fell into the Axis chemical vault. I could give a shit less. I'm more interested in the damn Bitcoin under $1. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For real. Nobody speculate on Satoshi Nakamoto. Shout out to him for his part in creating Bitcoin. But yeah, that shit, fuck all that folklore shit. I want the money. You know what I'm saying? If I want some folklore, I'll look at some damn Disney movie or some shit. Give me the money. You know what I'm saying? Like old girl from the Young Turk said. You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy, man. Like this shit is just wild. It's wild. It's bizarre. You know what I'm saying? There's a massive mob of people that there's not enough side eyes in the heads of everyone on the planet to give the appropriate amount of weird ostracizing looks to. Would you guys agree? If you guys would agree, give me a thumbs up. If you guys would disagree, give me a thumbs down. I mean, like, man, good Lord have mercy. You'd think, never mind. Never mind. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton said crypto would be the new pyramid talk in the future. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'll definitely be the new pyramid talk. Billy Carson will probably get in on it. You know what I'm saying? Earn your leisure and shit. They'll probably get in on it. And people will listen to him, too. They'll send them Bitcoin for that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I got proof. That's Satoshi Nakamoto. You know what I'm saying? Satoshi Nakamoto was black. I got proof. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy about it is the day when that shit comes, more people will try to buy the evidence of that than the people that was concerned about getting into Bitcoin when that shit was like $100. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said it'll be on the next Hidden Colors. It'll be on Hidden Currency. You know what I'm saying? Hidden Currencies 1, 2, and 3. You know what I'm saying? This is why they was trying to keep black people out of cryptocurrency. Man, ain't nobody, man, shut the fuck up with that shit. Shut the fuck up with that shit. Who was trying to keep black people out of cryptocurrency? Me? You know what I'm saying? That's why they was trying to keep us out of that shit. Man, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Shut that stupid shit the fuck up. One of the richest Bitcoin millionaires is a black American man that nobody pays attention to on YouTube. I don't see, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't see, you know what I'm saying, nobody around these parts in his comment section or anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Vinci, yeah, Da Vinci J15. Yeah, facts. Yeah. Nobody bring him on a podcast and shit. You know what I'm saying? Show how he gained wealth and prosperity for himself, and you know how he could help people gain wealth and prosperity for themselves. Like I said, man, I'm done. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm done. It's over. It's over. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Win Loser Rug said Roland Martin is going to call us a group of black right-wing media conservative crypto bros. And by this time next year, if we had a type of money that we are hoping that we have, we'll buy his network and we'll buy a blimp that looks like him. And we'll have a virtual pinata beating where people can play beat the butter biscuit out of the Roland Martin floating pinata after we buy all of his trademarks so that we can just use them to run his name through sewage water for 2 good spin cycles. If he decides to even think about mentioning anything that we do over here. We could televise it. Now, mind you, we could televise it, but who would watch it? No one would watch it because they'd be heartbroken that it's not their knights in shining armor that flew that disrespectful Roland Martin blimp yada in the sky. They'd be upset about it because their gods didn't do it. They'll be mad because their gods didn't do it. Oh man. You can't you got to remember. You got to remember. One of the things that is the paradigm of villainy is that you realize that the people that you or the goal or the objective that you have been fighting for the entire time is a lie. It's a lie. You wake up one day and you realize this shit that I thought was a problem, that's not the only problem. And I feel like I'm taking a bunch of knives out of my back. And the problem that I was fighting ain't what put them knives in my back. Yeah, you wake up and realize that shit. And then when you wake up and realize that shit, you be in a foul mood for a minute. And then you just start seeing, every single thing for what it is. Every single thing for what it is. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. That's what's good. Oops. Shout out to DC Precise. DC Precise. That's the wrong price. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Brooklyn Queen said, I've been sending your videos to my family faithfully, and my son just texted to say he checks his crypto and stocks first thing in the morning. Now, shout out to Brooklyn Queen, man. That's what's up. I'm glad that somebody, you know what I'm saying, can get some value out of that. I mean, it's amazing how much it's amazing how much people will leave on the table. I mean, it's just let me ask y'all this question. All the work that we've been putting in over the past couple of years, how much actual time did that shit take? Throw a W in the chat. Yeah, we about to. Y'all got me dead. Y'all got me dead. I think I find it just crazy. I just find it crazy how people can be at peace, or how people can call themselves at peace, wanting to live how they live. What's the end goal? What's the end goal of it? What is the end goal of it? Let me ask you guys this. What happens when when all of this wealth transfer? What happens? What are people going to say then? How are you kept out of Bitcoin? Who didn't tell you about it? Nobody told us about it. No, don't say that nobody told you about it. Say the truth. The people that you get on your knees to every night and pray for your information airdrops didn't tell you about it. Because I'm not trying to be funny, man. When people start coming with that shit, if I got black light revelations the way that I want it to be by then, anybody who comes with that shit, I'm suing I'm suing the soul out of you. You won't be able to do shit by the time I get done with you, except for stand on the corner and borrow somebody else's piece of cardboard and borrow somebody else's Sharpie to beg for some shit. I swear, if I cannot stand that. How many people can stand that? How many people can stand hearing people say we weren't told? If there's one thing, there's certain things that just like irk the shit out of me to DEFCON 5 level, and that's actually one of them. I could wake up and be having the best day in the world. If I hear somebody say that or read that shit in a comment section, I immediately just start seeing red. Because the thing is that there was a time when we actually were kept from information. That shit is real. You choosing to not expose yourself to information is not the same as our ancestors having laws where they could get damn near killed if they got caught reading. And these pathetic, weak, sorry motherfuckers of today want to sit there and act like somebody's keeping you from shit when you got somebody that's on your same level that can relate to you, that's asking people to just dedicate a small fraction of their time to their own responsible life and sustenance. And people have the nerve to perpetuate the lie and misinformation that they're quote unquote not being told about shit. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. It was laws called the black reading laws that they had in Spain like in the 1500s. They didn't let black people go to school and stuff like that. That's being kept from information. Not the fact that you want to watch some stupid ass shit and something else might be a little bit too difficult for your fucking feeble ass mind to comprehend. So you want to take the easy way out and not have to study and shit. That's different than somebody dropping you into a fucking alligator infested pond because they caught you reading a Bible. Those are two different things. And as much as people sit there and talk about quote unquote disrespecting the ancestors, as far as I'm concerned, that's the utmost disrespect of the ancestors. The fuck out of here with that shit. One of them three Tulsa Centurions. I think her name is Margaret Fletcher. Maybe. They still down there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, trying to get justice. They just started it back up again with the school board. All you talk about is crypto on the channel. Why don't you talk about any black shit? Why isn't crypto black shit? Here's another question. Ain't nobody said anything about that situation going on down in Tulsa where they going after the school board for the reparations. Now, why I did not talk about it? I didn't talk about it because I could say 3 sentences about it here and get back to what I'm doing, and it'll get the same fucking amount of views as if I dropped a fucking video it took me 3 hours to produce on it. So that's why you're getting a breaking news old school style. I'm telling you, man, I'm dead serious. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Shout out to y'all. Y'all locked in. I'm done. Why do people think that somebody has a responsibility to save people who literally have no desire to save themselves? Somebody has a responsibility to do that shit? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Under what type of ethics system? Under what type of rational thought? If I see a whole bunch of people jumping off a cliff, I'm supposed to stop them? Clearly that's what they want to do. Them people will sooner stampede me to get over that cliff than actually stop and listen to what I got to say. So why do I need to say anything? I don't. No one does. And matter of fact, I would advise you not. You probably get yourself hurt. But yeah, man. I'm done. Yeah, y'all locked in. Y'all good. I'm telling you, man, ain't no more non-member live stream. Ain't none of that shit. Most of the shit we finna be doing in Discord. If I'm giving people free shit that motherfuckers would go to Fidelity or Charles Schwab to pay hundreds of dollars an hour. Retirement planning. The motherfuckers that they go to at their job to get their 401k planned in those sorry ass pre-scripted 3% APY money market accounts. And people got the nerve to like snub this kind of shit. You gonna see what getting snubbed look like. You're gonna see what getting snubbed. I'm about to put on 2026, 2027. I'm about to put on a full snub clinic. You know, lawyers do pro bono work. You know what I'm saying? They take a little bit of time out of their busy day or their busy career and work for the, appreciation of the law career for a certain amount of hours and shit like that. And in most cases, I would assume it's appreciated. If you're not getting a pro bono lawyer, in most cases, you got to pay about $250 an hour for a retainer. Now, let me ask you this question. I got a master's degree in business. I've been talking about cryptocurrency for 17 years for free, for the most part, for free. Y'all see the way them other channels get views and get paid? For free. I dare a motherfucker to ask me what the fuck I'm going to give somebody. I dare you. That might fuck around and be the last shit you ever ask if you're close enough. And this is one of the reasons why I always say, listen, man, if it was an AI apocalypse or if some aliens, some extraterrestrials or some future race of humans or whatever came, some time dimension or whatever, man, whatever they do is whatever they do, man. I don't care. Whatever they do is, to be honest, is probably one of the only things that they will do to put people on an actual trajectory towards actually being something other than just an organic fucking stain in the universe. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. People got emotional osteoporosis, man. Emotional osteoporosis. They like Mr. Glass. Everything hurts everybody's feelings and shit nowadays. Everything hurts everybody's feelings. These are supposed to be males. They call themselves males. They identify as a male. That's about all people do nowadays is identify as men. That's about it. Just the identification. It's ridiculous out here. Anyway, the trend, which started with MicroStrategies, recently attracted KULR Technology, the maker of energy storage products for the space and defense industries. And this is what started this rant right here, because I've been saying that people should get into the removable energy space. I've been saying this for years and shit. Been saying this for years. People have plenty of time to get into this kind of shit. Now look at this. The Houston, Texas-based company said it bought 217.18 Bitcoin for 21 million. So you see it's symbolic. They're starting this Bitcoin cult shit where anything involving Bitcoin, they're using the number 21. See? And is allocating up to 90% of the surplus cash to Bitcoin. Now, Bitwise Asset Management, which already has spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, has applied for an exchange-traded fund to track the shares of companies that hold at least 1,000 Bitcoin in our treasury. Now, I was talking about coming up with an index like this earlier, right? But I don't even have, shout out to y'all, I don't even have anybody of any influence or any value to where I could say, yo, this is a good idea to track this. This could be a market indicator that we could use to create a mutual fund on and sell it, against risk to get people, exposure and have a good financial product. Shout out to Windless and Rug. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, Rob, you went full Sith Lord on this podcast. Bro, I just remember I was telling you all about that. When you got the young body, you've been working out, staying, you know what I'm saying, keeping looking good, but your face is old. And you that villain with the old ass face. That's why the villains all got old. All villains got old ass faces and bodies like bodybuilders. It's because they keep themselves alive and healthy long enough because they actually want to see their goal. And then they have to refocus their goal because they find out that they were actually working for fuckery. And because villains have some sense of balance, they feel the need to address that as well. I'm one of them motherfuckers. I'm saying I'm one of them. Look at this. This right here. And again, one thing I cannot stand. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I can't stand it. But we're locked into a perpetual coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yep, this is what I'm saying about your people won't make you great. Shout out to the very few people that watch my channel, right? These are, again, and I'm not taking anything away from these businesses, right? Because these businesses are doing what businesses do, right? There should have been infrastructure in place to where somebody saw the talents that we have on our side and put us to work to create value. And we don't have that. And there's no reason for us not to have that. Other than the fact that we fucking are surrounded by and have to deal with and be amongst a mob of perpetual mediocre underperformers that bask in it as if it's a fucking flex. Most of these people's best use that their existence will ever have is as fossil fuel. And that makes shit 100x times harder for us to get shit that we need to get done. Imagine that as a human being living a full life and your best existence is being combusted in a damn gas tank. That's the only thing that you've ever done to contribute to the world. Sheesh. Unbelievable. Could you imagine how this could have helped people's families? Kids been able to go to better schools. Cleaner living conditions. Look at just making just an ATM machine, just pumping out money. Habitual bag dropping. You know what I'm saying? Habitual bag dropping. Other requirements for the fund, dubbed Bitwise Bitcoin Standard Corporation's ETF, are a market capitalization of at least 100 million. This is a big boys club. Minimum average daily liquidity of at least 100 million, and public free float fees of less than 10%, according to the December 26 filing. Now, we got to ask the question, because that's the only thing that matters. How many Black American businesses even fit those criteria? Y'all got me dead talking about the fossil fuel. The motherfuckers in Matrix had the right idea. Humanity was at its best fucking plugged into a big-ass AI-powered machine so that AI could actually do something decent. And they liquidated them motherfuckers. Did you see that shit? That's liquidation right there. They liquidated them motherfuckers and fed them to the other ones. That's efficiency right there. They used humans as compost to feed growing humans that were plugged into a giant machine, doing their best human work as a mindless battery. And they loved it. And people loved it. People love it. They love it. They love it. They voluntarily do this shit right now. They voluntarily do this shit right now. You watch The Matrix and you see that scene where they pour that black shit all over that little baby. And then Morpheus says they liquidate the dead to feed the living. Motherfuckers do that shit right now voluntarily. Right now. Right now, somebody is literally online consuming shit into their dead brain. Voluntarily. Not being hooked into a matrix. It's funny, people think that these are just movies and shit. What that shows is that human beings, the human race, thinks that it's something that it's not. The human race thinks that it's something that it's not. The human race looks at realistic movies and laughs at it as if it's not actually happening. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to ask yourself a question, like, are your five senses actually some form of projective delusion? Let's go down a rabbit hole. You know how they say that some people have these mental disorders, right? They have these mental disorders. Do they actually have mental disorders? Do they? Or is everybody else just plugged into some fucking hypnotic state? And those people that are screaming and talking to themselves and acting crazy, maybe they're actually unplugged and actually seeing the horrifying reality that we live in. And it's terrifying to them. Because me personally, I don't think that it's natural where humanity could coordinate together to create a society. I don't think that that's a natural phenomenon. So what's to say that that person that's schizophrenic, so-called, so to speak, what's to say that they're actually schizophrenic? What if they're actually seeing the raw base reality? And it's actually us who's programmed to some type of virtual reality that's sending signals into our central nervous system through our spinal cord into our brain. It's just something to think about. So now here it says a second Thursday filing was made by Strive Asset Management. Now this definitely got to be the one that's owned by black people, right? Oh, no. Whoops. Sorry. This one was co-founded by Vivek Ramaswamy. Whoops, my bad. Second Thursday filing was made by Strive Asset Management, co-founded by Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy is going to create Bitcoin ETFs. Isn't that something? A politician in the administration of U.S. President-elect Donald Trump. The Bitcoin bond ETF seeks exposure through derivative instruments such as MicroStrategy's convertible securities in an actively managed ETF. The bonds have been a massive success. The 0% coupon bond maturing in 2027 is priced at 150% above par and has outperformed Bitcoin since inception. Since our inception, Strive has called out the long-term investment risks caused by global fiat debt crisis, inflation, and geopolitical tensions. Strive CEO Matt Cole told CoinDesk, "We strongly believe there is no better long-term investment to hedge against these risks and thoughtful exposure to Bitcoin." Now, somebody has shouted me down for saying that, and I've been saying that for years. But these people have suits. These people have ties. These people have Trump. These people have the eyes of all of the "I have a problem with mass immigration" people. And I'm silent about the Dreamers card people. Yeah, we ain't had a chance to talk about that, but we gonna. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Yeah, facts. Bitcoin ETFs and H-1B visas. Gotta love it. He creating the value chain. Listen, I ain't mad at Vivek Ramaswamy for doing what he doing. Again, hey, man. Hey, I don't know what to say. We didn't know. We didn't know. Shit ain't gonna fly no more, man. That we didn't know shit, that shit is dead. That shit is dead. With the birth of art affluency begins the death of we didn't know. I tried to warn y'all about the value chains. Look at the value chain. Look at these massive DNA branch chain goddamn polymer size value chains. I'm not mad. Yeah, I mean, look, hey, like I said, didn't I say? I said that in the stream yesterday, Black Free Thinker. I said one of the good things about Trump is that he got his own cult. So if Trump tweet Bitcoin going to 200,000 a day, shit, we rich, and didn't vote for him. Unlike the people that lied and said that they voted for the couch, but was secretly, you know what I'm saying, for Trump behind the scenes. Shout out to Carlton Wade. Carlton said Elon is standing with Vivek Ramaswamy and calling people racist. Facts. While donating and retweeting, you know, King Randall, giving, you know, saying King Randall some of them Doge coins. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. Not mad at King Randall, man. You know what I'm saying? We live in a sad state of affairs, and my goal is to get people that I care about as far the fuck away from this fucking Sodom and Gomorrah as we can get. I don't give a fuck if it's across the galaxy. I don't give a fuck if it's across the ocean. You know, it's interesting. I don't think that Satoshi, if he actually is alive, if he's actually a real person, I don't think that Satoshi is happy. I don't think that Satoshi is happy. I honestly think that Satoshi, you know, is probably ecstatic and enjoying his best life with all the crypto in his wallet, the mysterious wallets. the mystical wallets of Satoshi, right? But he can't possibly be happy. Because this shit here, BlackRock ETFs, Grayscale ETFs, the United States buying up Bitcoin. This isn't what Bitcoin was made for. This isn't what Bitcoin was made for. Bitcoin was made for people like Da Vinci, who believed in it. And the irony is that with what's going on with Bitcoin now, you know, it's got the potential to be weaponized even more than the dollar. I don't think Satoshi had this in mind for Bitcoin. And if I could ask him, you know, I would ask him, are you happy with where Bitcoin is today? And I got the feeling that would be very a very complicated question. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. Black Free Thinker said, well, isn't that what they always do? Colonize shit. If this was me yesterday, I would have said, yeah, that's what they always do, is colonize shit. I would have said that yesterday. But because this is me today, I'm going to say everybody does what everybody does. I'm on All Lives Matter this shit. If all they do is colonize and we spectate and contribute to the colonization, does it matter? If there's great ideas out there for us to consume and all we do is just sit there with fucking mucus coming out of our ears and drool stretching a mile long from our fucking bottom lip to the floor and watch as everybody else grabs up all of the goods, does it really matter if you're at the end of the benign neglect line? Does it matter? You're benign neglecting yourself. People have benignly neglected themselves on cryptocurrency. Maybe they wouldn't have colonized it if we had some business networks and people with half of functioning brain lobes in their heads that would have been able to see young talent and said, you know, we got some young and up and coming people that are looking into this new crypto. You know, Trump flip-flopped on crypto. And one of the reasons he flip-flopped on crypto is because of J.D. Vance and his son. His sons, I should say, multiple. We have old fucking idiots. The new old niggas. Fucking crystallized brains, not capable of thinking exponentially or multidimensionally, only thinking in simplistic linear fashion, can only conceptualize a fucking form of fiat. The value that they see on the dollar is the fucking slave owner that put into place these policies. That's one of the reasons why these motherfuckers love the dollar so much, because of that fucking brain rot. See, Bitcoin don't have a fucking slave master on it. So these motherfuckers have nothing to worship or relate to. But these motherfuckers are so pathetic, you know what I'm saying, that they're addicted to the very thing that they claim that they hate. That's why they frame everything in terms of what these people do. I need that shit with George Washington on it. You know what I'm saying? I need that shit with Abraham Lincoln on it. You know what I'm saying? Bitcoin don't have no slave master face on it. You would think that shit would give it an advantage. You would think. You would think. But then again, you know, we've discovered that even that's a lie because most wouldn't think, right? So yeah, man, if it was yesterday, I would have said that. You know what I'm saying? I'd have gave them the old yes, the white people would have, but not today. Not today. I'm going to ask the question, what wouldn't we have done? Two people react in two different ways. Some people react by action. Some people react by inaction. Inaction is a form of action. So for every time we ask the question, they would have just done this, we can always make an assumption about us. Well, we wouldn't have done that. And the thing is that if we're not going to take advantage of it, if we're not going to use it, should it just sit there, or should colonizers be allowed to colonize the shit? That shit just going to sit there. Let that motherfucking gold just sit there. Just sit there and look at it. Well, if you can't defend it sitting there and looking at it, somebody's going to take something and make something with that shit. Then the question becomes, if you have no intention on doing anything with any of this shit, why should it be just sitting idle because you want it to be idle, because you feel that somebody else is a quote unquote colonizer? And I'm not singling you out, Black free thinker. Don't think that I'm doing that. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? We just running through this. And it's facts. And that's where I'm at, bro. Well, it looks like everyone's getting what they wanted. Then so be it. Now, see, here's another thing, right? Check this out. That's what everybody's waiting for, right? Everybody's waiting for that. That's all these motherfuckers did was colonize the cryptocurrency. That's all they did was colonize the cryptocurrency. Nigga, I've been trying to colonize cryptocurrency since 2017. I don't want to, if them motherfuckers colonized it, hey, ask yourself why they colonized it. Fuck didn't anybody help me colonize it for? You know what I'm saying? That's all I got on that. So now, you know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers don't want to make their people great, I can't do my own thing. You know, I might have to shoot MicroStrategies a resume or some shit. Why he going to work there? Why he going to work there? Why the fuck you ain't help me colonize cryptocurrency? The fuck you asking me about where I'm going to work at? You see how fucked up the mind state is? You see how backwards this shit is? Well, he won't hire you and shit. You know what I'm saying? He got other people that he gonna hire. That motherfucker he got colleagues. He got a network. Silicon Valley people that he fucked with. Of course that motherfucker's gonna hire them motherfuckers before me. The same way I would hire all of y'all before I would hire any of them. But the only difference is that y'all know the answer. Our people don't make us great. So we ain't hiring no fucking body. We fucking working. Because motherfuckers don't even trust us to be experts and authorities. Motherfuckers will not listen to the shit that we've been saying consistently for years, to listen to these motherfuckers and then come back and tell us what the fuck these motherfuckers just said yesterday when we've been saying this shit for fucking years. That's what we got. That's our legacy. We don't have a royal flush. You know what I'm saying? We got a shit streak. That's our fucking cards that we're dealt. What kind of legacy is that? What kind of legacy is that? If someone hands you a shit streak, what the fuck are you supposed to make with that? Where the fuck you supposed to cash that shit in at? And people still struggling to rip off the Band-Aid. Facts, bro. Look, shout out to AV Promotions. AV Promotions said Robb is Michael Myers kicking in the boombox today. Bro, this shit is it's just I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know what to say. Honestly, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Make sure y'all show Brooklyn Queen some love. I appreciate you, Brooklyn Queen. Throw some flames, some radiation emoji, and some ducks in the chat for Brooklyn Queen for funding the organization. She says, supporting the organization. Keep dropping jewels. Oh, yeah, we definitely going to drop them, but they going to, we doing this shit few and far between.
How do you think that we fund this organization, huh? We're not exactly the March of Dimes.
I mean, I want you guys, look at this, man. Look at this shit. People really, they really want to push I mean, they will turn ghost town just to be able to substantiate the lie we weren't told. Look at this shit. How fucking cowardly and pathetic is that? Can you believe that people have this lack of confidence in their own brains that they've been working their entire life with? You don't trust your own damn brain? Man, damn. Ooh, listen, hey. Wait. Look at all these things that these people are doing with Bitcoin to create value. Mix it with a product here, mix it with a product there. People could have set up trust funds for their kids, man. Bitcoin trust fund for your kid. You know what I'm saying? You buy you some Bitcoin, mix it up with one of these assets, put it with a whole life insurance policy, throw that shit up somewhere. Your kid turned 18, you got them some generational wealth. These motherfuckers don't fucking care about generational wealth, man. Don't fucking waste your time, life, and energy with this shit. Do not do it. Please do not do it. Spend your life trying to create prosperity for yourself, for your family, having a good time, enjoying stuff, living the finer life. You don't got to be nobody's hero except for your own. Fuck this shit. Fuck this fake ass motherfucking shit. Fuck this fake ass shit and fuck all these fake ass motherfuckers too. These motherfuckers will sit there and let you fucking drown, bro. You don't need to break your back. You don't need to break a sweat for motherfuckers that'll sit there and let you drown. The reason why, people make mistakes and they tell their story, in most cases, is because people really want to be able to be a barrier and stop people from making the mistakes that they made. And I like to share new information. I like to share information. I don't like to keep people in the dark. You know what I'm saying? I like to share information. So I don't want anybody to make the same mistakes that I made, because I'm going to be 100% honest with you. The shit I've been doing is a motherfucking mistake. And I'm not making no mistakes anymore. So now here it says Strive's first of many planned Bitcoin solutions will be to democratize access to Bitcoin bonds, which are bonds issued by corporations to purchase Bitcoin. I mean, look, that's not what Satoshi had in mind for this shit. The prices are exciting, but Satoshi wanted to change the world with this shit. He wanted to make it so that the very people that are using Bitcoin to create all this new value, he wanted it to where people, just regular, normal people like us, would be able to have some type of leverage against him. But people are too fucking stupid. They're too stupid for Satoshi's idea. Too fucking dumb. And this is the problem when you have a fucking smart person amongst idiots. It's because a smart person will come up with something that'll be a solution to a world problem. And the fucking idiots that turn it into a destructive ass weapon. And the other idiots contribute to it being a destructive ass weapon by just sitting their dumbasses right there and thinking that nothing affects them and shit. I don't think that we've been lucky and haven't been hit by an asteroid. There's only two things that could be the possibility. The first thing is that this fucking planet with this population of people on it is such a fucking cosmic joke that any other entity out there in the universe just has to keep everything out of their way so that they can keep the fucking joke going and keep laughing at us. The second possibility is that humanity is so fucking pathetically virulent that even the flying rocks in outer space develop consciousness to try to fucking dodge the planet Earth because they don't want to touch it and get sick. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only two things that I could possibly think of. Disclaimer, just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the stream sponsors, man. Make sure you guys show these people some love and wish them the best in their future prosperity. All right. Shout out to my man, Black Free Thinker. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Definitely appreciate Brooklyn Queen, the mod extraordinaire. Shout out to my man, DeAndre. Definitely appreciate you. Shout out to my man, Carlton Way. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Black Free Thinker. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to my man, Win Loser Rug, our resident chart expert. Definitely appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Win Loser Rug. Gotta hit him with the again. Again! And shout out to Brooklyn Queen. Gotta hit Brooklyn Queen with the again. Again! And shout out to MC Fact. What's good with it, bro? And you know, it got a little dark today. You know what I'm saying? It got a little dark today. It's probably gonna get darker. As always, ladies and gentlemen.
Run for it, run. Yeah, hey, okay, I'm fresh up out the package. Time I did, I pay my dues. Affiliated to this paper, I need freedom for my family line. Draw my life design up like fine art. I'm jumping off just an unfamiliar coordinates. Hopped off the porch like I could touch the sky. Red is not one trillip. The ism talk the water out your faucet. Look at me flossing, I'm so wavy I could change the tide. My intuition sense the hatred in your ways. You imitated, forging lines, claim meaning means that's just to justify. Yeah, right. West side born maritime. Creole baby, my bloodline. My lungs clouded, my thoughts crowded. Say all I see is these dollar signs. Finna make a play and that sound delay. On mamas, I testify. Run for it. Run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing. Looking for the funds. Run for it. Run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing. Looking for the funds. Run for it. Run for for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. You ain't recognized game. I'm from the Bay, okay, I'm versatile and my slang is different. I'm lane switching with the same people that I came up in this thing with. My head swivel, I'm homebound, got a target back on my backside. The cat peeling with the cast iron, better run for it, run before I catch you. Niggas out ball it, block it, trying to stop my blessing. Gamble with your life, don't bet it, don't bet it. They can't stop my blessing, you do best not to test it. Yeah, you right, real all in my blood supply. Nigga ball up top, finna make a play. I cast a lob like I'm Jalen, baby. No co-signer, no co-pilot. They pen pals, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. If I say it twice, then I meant it right.
My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign. You know, co-signer, no co-pilot. They pimp tiles, my flow designer. My brain signal out of range with it. My palm mission, it's a dollar sign.
Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds. Run for it, run for it, run. I'm out here paper chasing, looking for the funds.